So if you woke up in the great big 2020 experiment, the dry run for the New World Order on control, and the snake bite and all those fun things that began then, after much planning for decades and decades to come to this final generation, you would have heard that there is a word in Greek called Pharmakeia. Now I'm going to read for you verse 20 and 21 of chapter 9 from the book of Revelation. It says, "But the rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues did not repent of the work of their hands, that they should not worship demons and idols of gold, silver, brass, stone, and wood, which can neither see, nor hear, nor walk. And they did not repent of their murders, or their sorceries, or their sexual immorality, or their thefts." So that is the translation, New King James Version, in the Bible. Now, sorceries comes from the Greek word pharmakeia. That's Strong's 5331. And it immediately brings to mind things like pharmacists or pharmacy, drug companies, those kind of things. So the Greek is referring you straight back to that. And it is generally, this word is generally used to describe the use of medicine, drugs, or spells. Later, the word is used of poisoning and then of sorceries, accompanied by drugs, incantations, charms, and magic. So when we look at this, we see the world we're living in here in the final generation in verse 20 and 21. People are unrepentant. There are plagues, a lot of them man-made plagues due to pharmakeia. They don't repent of the work of their hands. They worship demons. We've seen a revival in pagan worship of the old gods resurging amongst mankind as there's a rebellion rising up against the one true God. And we see that all over the world. People take pride in the fact that they're reconnecting with their pagan roots and worshiping demons and idols that cannot either see, nor hear, nor walk, and still they worship them. So all of those things make complete sense. And then it says, "And they did not repent of their murders." We see murders everywhere, in families, in friendship circles, between Christians, so-called Christians, in wars, rumors of wars, civil wars, crises, drug situations, all over the world right now. Murder is skyrocketing because lawlessness abounds and the love of many has grown cold. End time signs. So they did not repent of their murders, or their sorceries, or their sexual immorality, or their thefts. Now we see sexual immorality everywhere. It is rampant all over the world. It is a focus point to unravel society based just in that one area of sexual immorality, where sin is celebrated, good is evil and evil is good, just in that sphere. And it is a focus of the world right now. And then on top of that, their thefts. We see open, bold-faced stealing from people to people and countries to countries and corporations to corporations. Theft is rampant. So all these things make sense. Then we go back to sorceries. Yes, there are people that dabble in sorceries, spells, incantations, but not as large scale as all these other things. But now you replace sorceries with pharmakeia, drug companies, pharmacists, and what they are doing with drugs. And we see the pharmaceutical industrial complex waging war against mankind right now, killing and destroying us, and trying to get that population down and wreaking havoc amongst the peoples, for which judgment will come. And then you see how perfectly it makes sense. "And they did not repent of their murders, or their pharmakeia, or their sexual immorality, or their thefts." The Bible reveals everything 100% correctly every single time. And we, born for a time such as this, get to see all these things and see the Lord coming to fetch us. Shalom.